Hi all, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be painting Croatia in watercolors. Let's start. This was a beautiful picture we took in Croatia. I wanted to paint it from a very long time, but now I have got some time, so let's paint. I usually make my first draft in a sketchbook to understand the picture well with respect to light, perspective, and how is the output turning out to be. I was very happy with the first sketch, so I thought let's make it into a bigger painting. I'm fixing the frame by using a washi tape, so it gives me an equal length frame around the painting, and start with a simple pencil sketch. As you can see, I'm moving the buildings closer so I can fit them all in my painting nicely. Now our pencil sketch is done, let's start with the sky. I'm going to make a wash from dark blue from top of the sky to light blue when it touches the buildings. A wash in watercolor world is basically painting the color uniformly. Now the first wash is dry. I see that I need the sky to be a little darker. So let's add a second layer. Then take a little wet tissue paper and lift off the color to create cloud effect. As you can see, the clouds created like this are very natural. Let's start painting the buildings. First start with the roofs. We'll use two colors for roofs, that is brick red and brown. Brick red is a combination of red and brown. I'm currently using 60% red and 40% brown. Let's start painting with yellow ochre for body of the buildings. We can add shadows later as a second layer. For now, we'll just do the body with yellow ochre. On the right side, I want to add some trees. First, let's add the trees. Once they're dry, we can paint the wall. For painting the trees, I'm using green and add the shadows with dark blue on top of the green. And you can also add a dark blue at the bottom of the trees to indicate some shadow part. Now let's add the ground line with brown to separate the land and water. Now let us paint the sea with a mix of green and blue. I use around 70% blue and 30% green. and this will be just our first layer. And then on top of this, when it's dry, we will add a second layer with bright strokes to show the waves. So our first layer is done. So let's wait for it to dry. In the meantime, we can paint that little wall we have left off. Now let us paint the shadows of the building. For this, sun's position is very important. So our sun in our picture is on top left. So the building facing the sea will have lighter shadows as the light is reflected in the water, and the areas opposite to sun, like the curved right side of the building, will be more darker. I generally use dark blue with varied intensities for shadowing. For example, now I'm using low intensity light blue where the shadows are less darker, and I make the darker regions with more intense dark blue. I really enjoy painting shadows on flowers. They make the picture come real, and it's so beautiful. Now let us add a second layer of waves to make it more vibrant. I'm using light blue and adding bright wave-like strokes. I love how it becomes realistic when we add that second layer of waves. Do you enjoy painting the waves? What do you like the most to paint? Just let me know in the comments. Now let's add the shadows under the roofs. We can use any dark color. For this, I'm using a gray. I mix a dark blue and a brown to create this gray color, which is not entirely black, but it has that intensity of black. And yeah, it works well for me. When I started drawing the shadows, I understood that, or I liked the effect the gray is bringing. So I thought of adding it for the outline as well, because it's kind of creating a kind of a beautiful effect. I really enjoy that. Actually, I was planning for a black pen, but this is nice, which is not entirely straight lines, but a little more ink somewhere, little less ink somewhere. Yeah, I like this effect and I would like to keep it. I really like adding windows to my buildings because they're very pretty, tiny, and they bring the whole painting to life. So let's add windows here with little dots and straight lines, and maybe little boxes around them to show the outline. Adding windows is my favorite part. I have been waiting very patiently for this moment, and it pays off. I'll leave the reference image which I'm using and which is on top right in the community page, so you guys can download while you're painting it. You can use it as a reference. I'm adding some final details now. I'm very happy how the painting turned out to be. It's very magical process. I hope you tried too, and if you tried it, just share me your painting on social media, for example on Instagram, or also email works. I'll be happy to help if you have any questions. And happy painting! You can find the link to social media and my email on the channel main page. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the process. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a nice day.